Alright, Pose episode 3. Let's get into it. So, I'm doing this all kind of off the top of my head, you guys. I didn't take notes because I was watching it as I was getting ready for work. So, I'll just kind of go through some of the main points. And then the little fillers and things like that, you guys can watch and make do of what you want. So, we kind of start off the episode with Angel doing this video interview, a sit-down video interview with, well, it's an in-person interview, but it was being recorded with Miss Ford at the modeling company, where she's basically vowing and fighting for the position to be chosen as number one for that ad campaign or what have you. So it's very good. She's very forthright, and she's saying, you know, not only is she a natural beauty, she's been told she was never worth anything, never would amount to anything, and she wants to be the face of that to show that it's not true, that you can be more than what people say you can be. You can make a difference and all that. So Miss Ford definitely looked enamored by it, and so we move forward from that. Then let's see, a pertinent part of the show was, all right, so we move on from Angel and all that with the modeling thing, and baby, we get into Miss Electra down at the Hellfire. And when I tell y'all that I was screaming when, so my mommy watches me, she watches all my videos. When I tell y'all I love me some Janet Jackson, and probably one of my favorites is Black Cat, that is my jam. When they was playing that, I was screaming. I said, come on, Miss Electra. So Miss Electra is down there at the Hellfire, and she's with her the normal guy or whatever, her normal John, and he's now pushing an envelope, and he wants this gas mask on, and getting tied up in the swing and all that jazz. So on top of that, he's on way more drugs, he's stressed, he didn't get a position or whatever. So initially Electra was a little hesitant, and she was like, no, I don't even take a Tylenol, I don't believe in all these drugs and all this mess. But for a little extra money, she went on and did what she had to do. So he took his drugs, tied him up, put that gas mask thing on him. He says, come back in 20 minutes so that the drugs will fully kick in. I could feel real good when you give me my beating. She said, okay. Baby, she come back. He dead and gone. Dead and gone. He done sat there. I think because he sat there unsupervised, really tied up, them drugs, he done choked on his vomit, and that was it. That was the end. So now she's panicked. The show basically focused on her battle with trying to do kind of what's right, because you see she do have a little bit of a conscience, so trying to battle with what's right versus saving her own behind. So she does go and she runs, and she goes to Blanca. She runs to Blanca to ask Blanca for help. What should she do? They're trying to brainstorm. Blanca, of course, is the good angel on your shoulder, and she's saying, hey, you need to call the police. You need to go and call the 911, get this taken care of. The longer you wait, the worse it'll look for you, all of that. She's not that happy with that answer, so then she goes and seeks solace in Candy. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something, because in my opinion, there has been some janky ass acting on this show. All the actors are not up to par just yet on things. They don't capture the emotional they don't give it the just due, I think, the meat and potatoes of things that they should. But that goddamn Candy's a good actress. Candy is a good actress. So they go, and Candy just basically gave her that reel and was like, you call the police, your ass gonna be fighting for your vagina over at Riker somewhere. We gonna have to take care of this a different way. Long story short, you guys, they go over there to the lady that was doing illegal injections and things like that, because they, you know, word on the street is that she done took care of quite a few situations like this. So that's what happens. In the meantime, we go back to Angel. Angel's received a call that she didn't get chosen for that that said ad. But in the midst of that, and her and Poppy's relationship have now grown a little stronger. They had a very passionate kiss. Gave it a try, decided they were going to give it a try and start dating. Boom. To fast forward through some things, you guys, she ended up getting a second call. Angel got a second call that they wanted her to come and be the face for Wet n Wild, the Wet n Wild campaign, which she did. She went to the photo shoot. Looks beautiful, had her done up right. She was also there with 2 other models. And what happened is the conflict took place because she was set to go on a date with Poppy. She had told the photographer, hey, I gotta go, it's 7:30, I gotta be out of here, I got somewhere to be. He said, hey, you want to be a social butterfly, or do you want to be a superstar? So she had to make that decision right then and there to choose her and to choose what she really wants versus this date. But I knew this was going to really hurt Poppy, because he almost, to me, like, idolizes her. And so basically he got stood up. So all this happened. Now I feel like in this episode we've kind of missed the mark on how serious. I just feel like we could have done a little, I feel like they could have done a little bit of a better job. How do I explain? It was more campy to me and playful with this whole, the 3 of them trying to figure out how to cover up this murder, versus let's delving into a real life issue of the fact that trans people, even still today, are nervous about the unjust treatment that would happen with them, because at the end of the day, it wasn't Electra's fault. However, it was right that if she would have called the police and she would have done it what we think is the ethical way, her ass would have been on the line, and she definitely would have been locked up. She would have been charged with murder. So I felt like it was a prime opportunity to try to get into that a little bit, to dive into the unfair treatment and rights for the trans community. But instead I felt like we went more campy. And I'm like, I don't get it. It's not like these previous episodes hadn't been heavy before. So, because my thing was like, well, are they trying to keep it not so heavy? But we've been dealing with heavy episodes from day one, with all the funerals, the AIDS epidemic running rampant, and we couldn't try to touch this topic a little bit and give it a little bit more credence than what we did. So anyway, that was taken care of. Then we have where Poppy and Angel had a conversation where Poppy basically let her know, I'm not mad at you for the situation. I'm proud of you. You got your campaign. You got what you wanted. However, I want you to know that I too am special and I am a priority. And I'm here too. See me. See me. And so, I mean, that's kind of where we are with things. I don't know how that dynamic is going to work, because she does choose. She has to choose her, and she's becoming the it girl. So one thing I did notice, we didn't have a lot of ball scenes in this episode. We didn't have much of that, which again, to me, okay, well, if we take something away, we could have gave something else a little more meat and potatoes. Like, I felt like we could have addressed some issues, some other issues a little bit more, but it was more comedic than anything, in my opinion. So that's it. I tried to keep it in like 10 minutes, 11 minutes. You guys keep watching. Pose is really, really good. I love it. I like where we're going with things. So be good to others, and definitely be good to yourselves. Mwah.